Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today we're going to play as Tainted Lilith, who visually looks a little different. She has a whip, arguably, and if you hold the attack button it's going to shoot tears, but the whip itself is very capable of dealing decent quantities of damage. With the 360 stick I can aim it a little bit better as well, so that's not bad, but yeah, as you can see, that is a pretty damn effective way to live life, and it, especially in the early game, is really good, but it never really becomes that bad unless you take something like soy milk or the like. So we're just gonna have a good time here today and try to quickly destroy everything that crosses our path, and eventually, hopefully we can do Mega Satan and perhaps like Boss Rush and Hush or something like that. That is going to be the goal for this one, and if we can get the Delirium at the end of that, that'll be lovely too. But first, let's see what kind of build we're actually playing with, because even though we don't really have much of anything right now, we are dealing enough damage, but in the later game it is going to be a little bit more difficult, obviously. There is effectively a couple of things to look out for, and that's tier rate to increase the speed upon which you can whip out your attacks. And damage is obviously really nice, so let's try and find that. I am actually going to opt for the bomb over the soul heart, but then we got another coin anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to take this tinted rock. I was tempted by the secret room, but let's just play this as safely as possible, I say, as I am now walking towards the curse room before moving on. But it's probably not going to be the slowest run we've ever done, which is nice. What do we got here? Full health. Not immediately terrible. It could probably... I don't think this is a bad trip pill, actually, because we do have soul hearts, and I do think bad trip pills deal damage through soul hearts. So, yeah, we got full health. That could be good. We do not have any keys, so we unfortunately cannot go into the downpour. But that's okay. We'll just have to take the regular route. Another burning basement, which I'm not loving. You can do stuff like this to get some of these items as well, so spikes are not as big of a deal either when it comes to trying to hide items inside them, so that is lovely. We're suddenly getting a decent quantity of keys as well, so all in all, things are looking okay. I'm not too tempted. Plum flute inside an item room. Didn't actually know that was possible. I'm not too tempted to go for downpour and the like, because I'd like to see what my items are just for the sake of the safety of not accidentally getting soy milk and just ruining my build effectively. So just gonna play this as safely as I can as I try to do stuff like boss rush instead. And when we go to mother, I'll obviously go to downpour and things, but don't particularly feel like doing it right now. But especially for multiplayer, I feel this is such a fun character. We can get a second plum, but we can do a plum versus plum fight to see which is the better plum. Apparently my plum almost insta-kills the other plum, so there you go. Fair enough. Don't want to go into my devil deal thinking about it, because I do want to go to Mega Satan, and we're gonna need a key for that, so gonna leave that devil deal alone. Just quickly checking out if we can get some good stuff on this floor before moving on. Not sure exactly where my secret room is, but I feel like there's a couple places, and now there's effectively only this one right here, so let's just check that out. Don't really have money to spend in the shop, so instead let us just, I guess, just move on to the next floor. I could check out that one room we haven't checked out yet, but other than that, there isn't really that much to do here. There could be a super secret room here, and there is. So that's a nice combination of events, and with all this money, it's actually becoming a little bit more tempting to visit the shop, but if there is a good item for sale there, then I can't quite afford it. I could use a bomb on my donation machine if there is one, but I think I'll just move on. Maybe the shop on the next floor will have something good instead. Plus, I would like to destroy the shopkeeper on the next floor as well to maximize our angel room chances, so it's probably good to just run for it. But it is kind of nice to have a run that's just nice and chill. I mentioned multiplayer earlier, that this character is a lot of fun for it, and it's... I specifically also mean like online multiplayer as well in a way, because some of the characters aren't as good if the netcode is bad, but this character just never really becomes bad. It's just genuinely always just a treat to play this character, so very much recommend it if you have this character unlocked on someone's save file and want to just have a good time, then this definitely works out. Because look at how much damage this is doing. It's effectively, well, it's not like quite like playing Azazel, because I feel like Azazel is still, you can play him in multiplayer, but it kind of ruins the fun for whoever else you're playing with, I feel, because Azazel is just so strong. Whereas this character is still very good, but the other player can still like affect the outcome of the world, I guess, in a way. So this seems a little bit more balanced towards getting everyone to have fun instead of just whoever's playing this character, and I can kind of appreciate that. I think there's a couple places where my secret room could be, I think. And I would like to get it. I'm tempted to say that my super secret room is in the next room as well, just by how the room is laid out. And that is a lot of money. Let's just blow this up for good measure. At least for the Devil Deal chance as well, or the Angel Room chance, rather, as I've said every single time on the Cave's 1 floor. I don't know why, I'm just so used to saying Devil Deal chance, but that is the way it has been for such a long time, I guess. It used to be that Angel Rooms were just not something you go for, and nowadays Angel Rooms are so good. Okay, well, another active item, that's a bit unfortunate. I think I'll keep the Plum Flute instead because it's good, so that seems like a better choice. And this is okay, I'll take that. It's gonna save us some bombs in the long run, I'd say, so I'm just gonna take all of this and move on. The super secret room is not where I thought it was, it's not even close in fact. So I'm actually pretty happy that I ended up buying this map. This, I think, still affects the whip effectively, so that's not too bad. And this isn't too bad of a room layout to fight this boss in, so I can kind of appreciate that, but it's still not the most fun boss in the world. Having said that, you do kill the heads very quickly as this character, so it doesn't really matter that much. And we got a bomb for our efforts, so that's okay too. Probably gonna go into the curse room just to check it out. There could be soul hearts or the like in there, maybe like a decent item. 2 black socks again, we've been seeing this one a bit more frequently. Luck up, tears up, but HP down. I was gonna say our pill pool's pretty okay so far, but that is a little rough because my health situation isn't amazing. I might actually go for the for this. It's some stuff at least. I wouldn't mind a little bit more movement speed as well, because I'm realizing how slow I am right now, but it's not the worst in the world. It is still manageable movement speed, but it's again mostly just because we're dealing such a large quantity of damage that things do become a little bit more manageable to begin with anyway. Might as well blow this up because apparently we have 8 bombs. Not exactly sure where all these bombs have come from, but I'll take it. And we still have plenty of time to go to our super secret room as well. So let's just quickly head on over there. Even though I might miss a couple times on where the room is exactly, it'll probably still be okay with the amount of bombs we currently have available, but it's somewhere over here, I think. There we go. 1 battery. Unfortunate, but fair enough. I could grab that battery after using the plum flute during the boss fight, I guess. But I don't think I'm gonna bother. I rarely use the item just because it's a 4 charge item and it can feel a little bit like a waste. Probably didn't need to use Plum Flute against this boss, but it does speed up the process by quite a bit. Didn't get an Angel Room, so in that sense I guess I am kind of happy that I used the Plum Flute there, if only because we won't have to use it against an Angel fight. But still, I wouldn't have minded if that went a little bit better. As you can see, the whipping speed is becoming really fast right now, so things are becoming a little safer. I will take this and blow him up for the Devil Deal chance. Or the Angel Room chance again. It's just so difficult. I'm just too used to it. But that is a large amount of money. Don't mind this, but I don't really need the keys right now. I think I probably do prefer it over the slow down tiers though, so I'll just take that. Kind of a scary room sometimes, but not so much this time around. As long as you're quick in that room, then it's not too bad. You just need to move with confidence, really. That's the main thing. Because the way the spikes lower in that previous room, it kind of lines up with when those things start firing, so it kind of works out. This, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, this could be horrible. I'm not sure how great that is. There's a couple items on this character which just aren't as good. Stuff like Brimstone and the like can be a little bit more fiddly to use because obviously I'm not exactly charging my tiers. So there are instances where that's just not as good. We're seeing this thing a lot. And I will take it every single time because it does have its uses. Tower card, I don't like that too much. But if we can find... well, this isn't too bad because this does activate the Book of Belial effect when we use it now. So that's pretty good. I have destroyed shopkeepers and beggars, so we're not going to find any more devil deal or angel room chance. But yeah, like you can see right there, you can kind of get out of that room before the fight even starts, and that does make that room very manageable. But it does kind of depend on where the doors in the room are, because occasionally there just won't be a door on the right side. I think usually if there isn't a door, it'll be a secret room, but it is... I've never seen it not be the case at least, but it probably is not guaranteed. I'm tempted by the dice room though. I should probably at least check it out, even though I only have 4 keys. Yeah, I'll bomb this and bomb the other side as well. Just spiders, alright, good. But I think ultimately that's probably not a bad deal. I kind of want to do a little bit more of this floor just to find a little bit more health, but it is going to take some extra time, unfortunately. That we do have with this character, admittedly. We're not, even though our movement speed isn't great, it's not like we're running out of time for the boss rush effectively. Just because of how quickly we're actually clearing rooms. That's balls of steel. That's very good. That's exactly what I was looking for, really, so very happy about that. I have ended up using up a lot of bombs in this floor, so fair enough. Tempting, been a lucky rock, but not too tempting. There's another balls of steel pill on the floor. Oh, because we rerolled the consumables. Wow. That was a good dice room for sure. All in all, not too bad. Could probably check out the curse room as well, but I think I'm just going to move on at this stage. Just going to quickly check out my shop before moving on though, because I think the card should have switched as well. It is indeed a 2 of hearts, which I don't care about too much. And everything else there isn't too great either. I mean, the ventriloquial razor can be pretty good, obviously, but other than that, I'm not really that interested in anything there. So let's just move on instead. I'm not exactly sure when I want to use the magician card. I'm tempted to use it during the boss rush or hush or something like that. But it is a ways away, and if we find a better card, then that is going to be a bit of a waste for sure. But hopefully we'll just not find anything better. It's a weird thing to hope for sure, but we'll see what we can get, I suppose. It's not the end of the world if we end up not using a card, I guess, so that's fine. There's Bambino, which is a little bit easier with this character, arguably, just because you can attack him before he can get close to you. It's still a little sketchy at times, but you do keep him away from you with the knockback from the whip as well, so far things are looking pretty good. Apparently there was a tinted rock there, which I genuinely did not see. And was a little tempted to open up this chest before, just to maybe get that little chance of spawning a bunch of money and just having him leave because you gave him so much money, but the odds of that are fairly small. Wafer is very good on every single character in the game. Come on, Lil Plum. There you go. Lil Plum did a decent amount of damage to the angel there, so that's good. We're getting some health as well. I was going to say we got him some health, but it got pushed away by something. And with that, we are 1 angel key away from a Mega Satan fight. So far that goal is looking pretty good. We do need to get 1 more angel room, obviously, which is not guaranteed, but our odds are a little bit higher now, so that's good. A luck down pill, which is not great, but fair enough. And I do want to speed it up as much as I can, just for the sake of reaching our boss rush as well, obviously. But so far, we're still very much on schedule. Another red key, because we've only seen 100 of these so far, so it makes sense that it would finally give us another one. I'm actually kind of tempted to just keep Little Plum, because I just don't want to waste time right now. And obviously with the red key, we can get stuff like the ultra secret rooms and stuff like that, but it's fine. I don't need to bother. I'm just gonna run along, be on my merry way, and just live my life. Need to make sure not to get bad IM error rooms as well, and I don't really want that to happen, so let's just move on instead. Can I use this? No. If I do this, I don't care for that item at all. I will touch it actually, because I'm not 100% sure if I ever did. That's part of the Lord of Flies transformation, and that's really all that can be said about that. Wow, really? Alright, you know what? Let's just bomb this thing. I'm done with this nonsense. Really? It only rerolled once, and it became Strange Attractor, which is horrible. So, yeah, fair enough. Occasionally the game just doesn't want it, but I put so many coins in there and nothing happened. That's a shame. But fair enough. I'll just learn to live with it and move on. We did destroy a shopkeeper, I do believe, on this floor. In the secret room indeed, so that's fine. I could check out my shop just in case greed is there. I clearly don't have the money for anything right now. I also just realized that I ran out of bombs, which is potentially a problem when trying to go for Angel Room specifically for the whole key thing. So I probably shouldn't go into my boss room just yet, even though the odds aren't that great of getting an Angel Room right now. They're not exactly zero either. So let's spend a little bit more time to try and find one more bomb. Do hope I can find something here. And after that I should just stop using bombs all willy-nilly and instead just actually try a little bit better on managing my resources. But it's fine. It's okay. We have managed to find a bomb at least, so there is that to consider. Wouldn't mind finding some more cards as well, actually, like some tarot cards, but yeah, it's been a little lackluster in some fronts so far. But we do have the wafer, so ultimately, whatever happens, we're probably still okay. Alright, 3 bombs, that's pretty good. I'm just going to clear out this one room before heading towards the boss room, I think. I don't see a tinted rock here, but again, I'm pretty bad at tinted rocks, so if there is one, my sincerest apologies as I move on upwards. I could technically use the sacrifice room as well to just get more Angel Room chance thinking about it, because I probably could get the you feel blessed effect, but it's not something I really want to bother with. I'm also just going to use the flute here, thinking about it. Not the worst boss to use this on, I say very much questioningly. It got rid of some of the bad stuff at least, so that's not too bad. Can be a little fiddly to dodge this boss for sure, but definitely not impossible. And I'm starting to be a little bit concerned about the amount of damage I'm dealing right now, but it's okay. Another Angel Room, very good. Alright, so that's something I don't have to worry about anymore. We get Holy Water, which is not bad. Kinda wish I hadn't used Little Plum just yet, but I genuinely didn't expect to get another Angel Room that quickly. So fair enough. Very much happy about that. A little tempted to use the Magician's card for this fight just to speed it up a bit, but if we do get that boss rush, I would like to have the extra damage, I think, because this is pretty rough. This is just not that great right now, so I would like to have that extra damage available. There we are. Alright, we got 3 minutes to clear out the next floor, which is definitely not impossible. But I do have to run around a little bit. I would love to find my item room before we leave as well. Definitely not guaranteed either, but would be nice. I do have enough health, I'd say, to visit my curse room. Experimental pill, I don't really want to mess with that, because if that's a speed down, then I am not in a good place. And we ended up getting some health here, so that's pretty good as well. But yeah, I do need to speed this up a lot, I think, because I'm starting to realize how much time we have left. Going for both Angels and Boss Rush might have been a little bit too much to hope for, I guess, but it's not impossible. But there is a very good chance that I'm going in the wrong direction right now, especially with my secret room locations where they are. Because I do feel like super secret rooms have a tendency to be closer to boss rooms. They do tend to be closer to shops more regularly, but I do think Tech 2 works on this character, but I'm gonna try it at least. Okay, yeah, it does work. Oh, it's gonna go zap a lot though, so my apologies for that. Oh god. It does give me a lot more range to work with, which is nice, but it is, yeah, it's gonna be loud from this point on. Okay, so we did find our item room. I am going to bomb through my secret room, I think, just to speed this up a little bit. Hopefully this will put me in the right direction. Oh, that's so annoying. My sincerest apologies indeed, because that is a sound. I don't really want to reroll this build. Do I not? Do I care that much? I don't like losing wafer, but you know, I'm just gonna try it. Have some fun. We got Spider Butt. My damage became... Oh, we got Polyphemus. Okay, that's interesting. And a map. Yeah, okay, that actually... I don't hate that. We didn't lose our key, which is good. Not gonna go to my super secret room. The mapping is really nice. I don't know what kind of map. Oh, we have the yeah, just treasure map or whatever it's called. So that's obviously pretty nice. Yeah, it was a good reroll. I mean, we did lose wafer, which is fair enough. It's a rough one to lose for sure, but the extra damage I feel is definitely worth it. Plus, the removal of the zaps, I'd say, is arguably worth it as well. So, you know what? I don't mind it. The whip rate is pretty rough right now as well, but other than that, it's fine. I'm thinking Polaroid, actually, because my damage is already pretty good. I wouldn't mind getting Blue Baby out of the way. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. Yeah, I should definitely go for this, right? That really only makes sense because the extra tier rate is just gonna be really nice. I'm actually gonna save the Magician's card for Hush, I think, provided we can make that. This effect is gonna be slightly annoying, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be worth it just because it does slow down the bosses a bit at the start of the fight. And it does make life a little bit more bearable that way. I'm taking a little bit of damage, but that's okay because it's going to give us a lot of tier rate to work with. This also gets rid of the remaining enemies, which is really nice. Like those little poofs that were still around, those are just gone now, so that's obviously very good. That's not really going to affect much of anything except for this boss right here, but I'd say that's probably still okay because he didn't actually get an attack off. So fair enough. But I'd say this is going pretty swimmingly. This is going at a reasonable speed. There is a mod that says on which wave of the boss rush you are, and I'm actually kind of tempted to install that at some point, just for the sake of, well, basically not having to count to 15 every time I play the boss rush, really. It's just a nice little quality of life thing. I could kind of appreciate that. Should grab that soul heart. There we go. Use that too quickly. Wasn't actually an enemy yet, so you could call that a waste, I suppose. I wouldn't be too mad if you did. Yeah, that reroll was so strong. The mapping as well, especially, because that kinda guarantees that Hush is gonna be okay. The whip just goes through Carrion Queen, so that just removes the Carrion Queen more or less, especially with Polyphemus. But yeah, very nice. I think I just noticed that I have the crown as well, which I hadn't noticed before. But that's actually pretty huge because that is going to double my damage when I'm on full red hearts. Apparently that was creep there, I didn't even see it. It's not going to double my damage here specifically just because I've already taken damage in this room. But I think from like consequent room from this point on it's going to be really nice. My speed is so high with that damage item as well. I've lost the boss. I knew the boss was still there, but I genuinely had no idea where he was. War is also fairly good at that, but at least War gets off his horse. So I can kind of appreciate that. But like this is a pretty ideal situation And I think during the Hush fight, just having this extra damage and speed when I take damage is going to be really nice as well. But no, it's not damage and speed, but tier rate and speed rather. But for this specifically, it's actually really nice. Ooh. Nancy bombs are always exciting, so that's fun. Just quickly checking if there's like a soul heart here that I missed, but I don't think I did. And now we're going back to regular movement speed, which is going to be miserable because I was kind of happy with the more or less maxed out movement speed there, but fair enough. Let's go directly towards the boss. Ah, look at that. Look at that attack speed. Yeah, that's pretty rough, but not completely horrible with how much damage we're doing. Our damage is 36 right now. I should at least touch them. How to jump might actually be better than the spider, but if only for the fact that it gives us some extra motion, which we do not currently have. Book of Secrets arguably probably is better all in all, but I don't mind this. Let's check out this challenge room real quick. 2 golden chests. I could do that real quick actually. Really anything that could give me a potential speed up, which I think a golden chest could have, would be nice. Any extra tier rate would be nice, obviously. Even though we do get an extra tier rate when we take damage, it is something I guess ultimately I'd like to avoid damage, weirdly enough, so it would be kind of nice to not have to worry about that anymore. I think the mimics effectively just do nothing against this character either, which is nice, I suppose. This is a nice little extra. Not sure if there's tinted rocks in this room. There is a lot of rocks. So I should probably at least take a brief gander over here as well, but I didn't see any of them. Yeah, I don't see any tinted rocks at least. I'm just gonna assume there's not any. But look at this damage. Just gotta stay on full red hearts really, which is not too impossible when you deal this much damage. That can increase our angel room chances a bit as well. Nancy bombs being interesting as always. The Book of Secrets gave us some information about where we have to go here, relating to our super secret rooms. I can appreciate that. There's a pill there. There's a lot of pills here. This is spooky. Yep, that's it's interesting for sure. I found pills. Tears up, not bad. So we do have tears up in our pill pool. I'm pretty fly. Yeah, our pill pool's good. Skolex is more or less gonna die instantly here, so that's also nice. Yeah, a couple hits and he's gone, I'd say. One more. There you go. Speed up, very nice. I'm very happy about that. Shield, not terrible. We already have a key, so we don't need to bother too much here. But I would like to blow up some of these flames. Well, I'll just do one more. Why not? Not worth it, but fair enough. We have 5 minutes to clear the next floor. If we have a map, then that should be entirely okay. If we don't have a map, it's probably still going to be fine. This is an awkward map. The down? I'm going to say down or up. Alright, we're going to be here for a minute. Because I don't know where to go exactly. And I don't feel like counting today. So I'm going to go exactly by feeling. But also these enemies, those red ones that are usually quite annoying, not as big of a deal with this character. If only due to the fact that you can range them, you can outrange them by quite a bit usually, so that's just really nice. Oh, I actually went in the right direction. I was not sure about that at all. But it ended up working out. There's a tinted rock right there. The golden chest. Soul heart inside the red chest. Another golden chest inside the golden chest. Devil card. I'll take that actually for this fight right here. Plus 32 damage. Yeah, that seems about right. That seems very reasonable. Oh my god. Yeah, and I'll use Magician for the next one for sure. I assume that's gonna be effectively the same thing, but I don't know if Devil card is just stronger with the Tarot Cloth. Do I still have Tarot Cloth? Actually, I'm not sure if I do. I might have re-rolled it, thinking about it. Yeah, I did reroll it. Whoops. Oh well. So much for using that. Okay. Well, that changes things a bit. Chaos card is pretty good against Hush in that it works. So, yeah. I will take Teeth. Teeth are also very good. That's actually really tempting. Because that tears up is really nice, but I don't know if I want to lose my red heart containers for it. Actually with Polaroid, that's still pretty good. But I do lose out on like half my damage. Never mind. I just realized that's not a good idea at all. Okay, so we got another luck up. It's gonna make more teeth appear as well, so that's nice. Yeah, this tear rate's pretty rough, but the teeth actually look very aesthetically pleasing. Usually, the teeth are either small or some other kind of tear effect makes them look kind of horrible, but now you have like the standard teeth that are just big. Fair enough. Oh, and I have Montezuma's Revenge. I just realized I was actually not aware of that. But that's gonna do a Brimstone attack in a more or less random direction. To my knowledge? It seemed to be shooting in the same direction a lot, actually. Oh, is it based on where you're moving? Oh! I was not aware of that. Obviously not as great with this character in particular, if only due to the fact that, well, I mean, I'm not charging my attacks ever, so it's just not that great. Putting a couple coins in here for the sake of luck ups, because the more teeth, the better. And I should probably at least take an item. And with that, let us, yeah, let's try out the Chaos card here. It used to be that you could just use Chaos from underneath this boss, and then it would hit both phases instantly, but they changed that, unfortunately. For better and for worse, really, because it used to also be that if you killed this phase while at the top of the screen, then you just instantly take damage, and that's no longer the case, so that's kind of nice at least. There you go. That is Hush. And that is the Soul of Lilith unlock for beating both Boss Rush and Hush with Tainted Lilith. So that is kind of nice. I believe if you use that, you just get a familiar. So it's a really good consumable. You just keep it. So very nice for conjoined transformation and stuff like that, especially. We have the Polaroids. I'm just going to go up. I'd like to get the Blue Baby out of the way, and if we can get Delirium after Mega Satan, that would be nice. I'm not sure if this build is super effective against Delirium. It just feels good because I'm always worried about Delirium, really. That's really the main thing. It's not a bad build at all, and I think if I use How to Jump properly, I could avoid a lot of damage. If we get Panic Button, actually, that'd be really nice. Like, if we get Panic Button, we can... we're more or less invulnerable against Delirium, so that would be really nice, but it's a trinket, and it's obviously not guaranteed that you get Panic Buttons, so let's not hedge our bets on that one just yet, but it would be nice. It would be very nice indeed. I could probably just bomb my way through here, though. Like, speaking of not getting Panic Button because I'm just bombing my way through all the floors, it is an option. There's also a lot of potential for secret rooms all over the place, and I should at least try a couple, I feel. Not there. Not there. Alright, losing out on potential for secret rooms, but that does make it a bit easier to find, at least, I suppose. Because it's not over here, it's not over here, it's not top right. It could be here-ish, like next to this room specifically. And then you really only have like 2 more places left, so pretty good. There was Ragman briefly, so that was fun. Remember when Ragman was the problem? Those were the days. We don't live in those days anymore. I'm actually just gonna keep you alive for a second, I think. Just need you to get rid of some of these pots, please. Thank you. Very good. I don't want to waste bombs on this. Ooh. I probably shouldn't have used that immediately, but... Oh, and I can have both, thinking about it, because I have the backpack as well. Alright, yeah, we're keeping this. Guppy's head with high damage is surreal. It is so powerful. I should go to my secret room now that I remember, because I think it's over here. Yeah. Wait, we got great chests. We got Red heart. We got one shopkeeper with a red heart inside it. Somehow, probably a glitter bomb. Very nice. Very good. Yeah, when I miss, it is a little scary, though. I will say that. There's our super secret room. There is a beggar, which I have no real reason not to give a large quantity of money because I have no real use for money anymore. This doesn't seem better than what I currently have. So let's instead move on to the Isaac fight, which, yeah, is pretty easy when you deal oodles of damage. Not sure what I'm keeping this magician card for, but yeah, fair enough. Yeah. It's not ideal. I have to stop taking damage now, and I am very capable of taking damage. But, I mean, if I keep it, the more I keep it, the better it is, really. This is tempting, but I probably shouldn't. This is kind of fun, but it's also not really anything. Yeah, I'll just not take any of that, I think. Experimental treatment is a little tempting just because I already have one syringe, but I need to get one more, and that one's just a bit unlikely. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's pretty good with our current build as well, I'd say. So, that's pretty nice. Let's find our secret room. Need to remember to use a lot of items right now. Which is unlikely going to continue to happen optimally. We're getting a lot of items on this floor as well. But just insta-killing enemies with my build right now is just kind of nice. It's just the very average Lilith. Yes, very good. Very standard Tainted Lilith run, I would say, yeah. And there's a Delirium Portal. That kind of sucks because I want to do a Mega Satan for sure. I feel like their reward for doing Mega Satan with this character is just a lot better. So I'd rather not bother with that, unfortunately. There we go. A lot of red hearts. Might as well just clear out the rest of the floor while I'm at it, but I'm a little concerned about taking damage. But genuinely, I'm not sure why. Because my build is stupid. My build is absolutely ridiculous, but I'm getting items every single time I do anything right now. We got Bookworm, but it's been so many rooms with a chest inside it, it's absurd. I appreciate it for sure, but it's just, look at the map, it's just stars all over the place. Yeah, that works. Find a big room, just do one brimstone attack. That goes off instantly. And the flames as well. The flames are not even based on my tier rate. They're just appearing. It's wonderful. Hanged Man. Not immediately great, but still, it's there. I feel like even against Mega Satan, this is going to be fairly effective. Admittedly, the luck is probably a reasonably decent part of it, but still. I do hope that I can clear this floor without taking damage. There is stuff like this, which is a little scary, but yeah, not that scary, is it? I don't think I lose perfection if I take that chest, actually, but I don't want to risk it. Very good. I'm not even sure how the one in the bottom died. Might have been flies, actually. Meat cleaver, not terrible. But is it better than what I currently have? I'm not sure. Because this seems pretty great. Not gonna risk that. I feel like Dead Sea Scrolls have the potential of Kamikaze and the potential of making me lose perfection as well, which I don't think it works that way with Kamikaze actually, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, so we're missing our secret room. That's really the only thing we're missing at this stage, I think. Over here it could be. There we go. Just another chest. Almost got the Lord of the Flies transformation somehow. Yeah, let's just go. I feel like this should go fairly quickly. If only with the flames, really. Like, look at this nonsense right here. It's so much. It is just so much. This is one of the best builds I've ever had, I feel. Like, everything's just insta-dead, even the bosses. Yeah, I'd say that dice room was a pretty good idea. Even if we lose Wafer, I still feel like this build is adequate. Alright, now let's see how quick this... Oh my god, even that... even the second phase. Fair enough. And we get a Delirium portal. Really? I think I might have just won everything I've ever wanted. We unlock Fool's Gold, which are basically just rocks that have money inside them, guaranteed. Like 2 to 4 coins or something like that. I'm not sure what kind of coins exactly, but it's yeah, it's pretty good. It's just nice to have some guaranteed way to get some extra money from time to time, so it's a nice unlock for sure. I appreciate it. Obviously you have to use a bomb on it, but still not too terrible. I'm gonna go to top right in the hope that Delirium's there immediately. I don't really feel like I need to improve this build any more than it currently is. And I would like to get there without taking damage as well, so I'm just gonna play it almost as safely as I can, really. I don't love this. Little fiddly when you get rooms like that, but still not impossible for sure. Oop. Gotta look out for the many tears, but the build is managing. That is not Delirium. Ooh, restock, that's fun. Ooh, that was actually really close. Come on. Delirium, please. There we go. I immediately took damage. Lost a pretty decent chunk of my damage there from the get-go, but yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? We still have 6 luck, which is still just really high. Our damage is still really good as well, even though we lost half of it. Well, probably more actually with well, for one we lost the gem damage, I guess. Then we also lost the extra flames that we're shooting. We lost a lot of damage by getting hit once. But we are getting more tear rate every time we get hit, which is helping out as well. That's a quick one, isn't it? There's the Mega Satan one, which gets a bit weird. There was the random Black Heart there, sure. And now we're starting to attack really quickly. Which I am entirely okay with. And even though we did lose our damage a bit, I'm still feeling somewhat confident we can make this a victory. Although I'm taking a lot of damage. Even with that, the build perseveres. But that could have been so much quicker if I didn't immediately get hit during that fight there. But oh well. I'm gonna say I'm pretty happy about how that went. I unlocked an achievement which I hadn't unlocked yet for beating Delirium with Tainted Lilith. And that is just a large quantity of things done in one run. That is more or less the maximum before you start using R keys into the equation, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Next time we play, I'll do another run as a different character. And I hope to see you all there. Bye bye.